大家好, my name is Garrick, and welcome back to Taiwan, Laowai. So, this is just a quick follow-up to my last cooking video. I mentioned when I was taking off all the shrimp heads that you should save the shrimp heads, because you can turn them into stock. So now I am going to show you how to do that, okay? Okay, this is gonna be a very simple stock, so we just got a few ingredients. We got our shrimp heads that we have kept frozen. We have our leftover scallions from that last cooking video, some garlic, salt, and we got some curry powder as well, because this has been in my pantry for a bit, and I figure I should start making use of it. First step, wash our scallions. Stock is a very good way to use up leftover produce before it goes bad, so keep that in mind. Whenever you have stuff that's about to go bad in the fridge, you can always turn it into stock before it's too late. Step 2. Chop the scallions. Now, because we're making stock, we don't need to chop them into tiny little pieces like we did last time. You can put them into big little chunks like that, because it's all getting strained out. We want to keep the scallions pretty intact, so as much of that onion flavor leaches into our stock as possible. Make sure you tear the top ends off, because those are nasty. Alright, scallions are chopped, so now we can start putting everything in our nice big stock pot. Next up, in go the shrimp heads. They are all frozen together, as you can see, but they will thaw as our stock is being made, so don't worry about it. Okay, next up, garlic. Don't be afraid to use a lot. I am using this whole head, so we can flavor the whole stock. And again, like our scallions, you don't need to mince them up. They can stay in pretty big pieces, so we just need to get the skins and ends off. If you remember from last video, we just chop the end off, boop. Then we turn it, chop the top off, boop. Then we crush it with the flat edge of our knife like so. If you hear that nice crunch sound, that means the skin is ready to pop off. This one needs another hit. Give me a moment. Hoorah! Yeah, did you hear that? Yeah, now the skin's coming right off. Boop. So just do that to all your garlic cloves. You can do more than one at a time if you're feeling fancy. And the more you crush them, the easier those skins will come off, so don't be afraid. Remember, these are just going to flavor the stock. We do not need them in any particular shape. They just need to be clean. Alright, garlic is all done. You don't need to do any more than that. So we're just gonna scoop that up, and we are gonna put that into the stock pot. Ba-doop. Now we put in some salt. Not like overly much, but you are flavoring a whole pot full of this stuff, so don't be shy. And some curry powder for a bit of an extra kick. Now we just gotta fill that sucker up with water. Enough to cover all our ingredients. Now that is looking pretty good. I'm just gonna give it a little stir, because I put in a little more curry powder, so we're gonna get everything all incorporated. And as you can see, the shrimp heads have de-thawed. They are floating as they should. Now we just have to put on a lid. This lid is a little too small for the pan, but that's okay. It'll still keep the heat in. And now we turn it on to high. The goal is to get this up to a boil and then turn it down to a simmer. So we're going to wait until really big bubbles start forming on the surface of this, and then we are going to turn the heat down to low. Remember to wash up as you go, don't save it all for the end. Now with a pot this big, it will take a bit for the water to boil, so you just gotta be patient and wait.
5 minutes later.
Wow, that's boiling over. Okay, now is the time to turn it down fast. Okay, that was close. Gonna shake that, get some of those bubbles out of the way. So from now on, we are just gonna keep this on the lowest setting. We're gonna let it bubble, we're gonna let it do its thing, we're gonna chuck in it every hour or so, and we're just gonna make sure that it's not spilling over and that it still has enough water in, and we are gonna let it go for as long as we feel like, enough time to let its flavor develop. So I will check back with you later this evening whenever this looks done. See ya. I gotta say though, this is already smelling incredible, so I think we are well on the right track.
Many hours later.
Okay, it is about 2 hours later, and this stock is tasting really good. You can honestly let it go for much longer than this. You know, sometimes you can let it go for like 6 hours, 8 hours, even overnight. But to me, this tastes good right now, so we are going to decant it. Right, we have our strainer. We are just going to pour all this in, making sure that all the big solids get caught in our strainer and our stock runs clear. Shake it out. Want to make sure we get all that tasty goodness out. None of it stays behind. You can press a little too with one of these, make sure all that liquid streams through. And when you're sure you've got it all, or you've mostly got it all, just throw this in the trash. And there we are, a nice tasty shrimp stock. We're just gonna pop this in the freezer and it'll keep basically forever whenever we need it. Like I said, nice and easy. So thank you all once again for joining us at Taiwan Lao Wai. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, I will see you in the next one. So, 再见. Bye bye.